Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is, it uses SketchyPhysics, but it's really, I want you to learn a particular SketchUp command that doesn't have very much to do with SketchyPhysics. What we're going to do, we're going to create a row of dominoes and have them fall down. So let's start by making our first domino. And by the way, you'll notice this thing is mighty large. That's okay, we'll just use it as a demonstration. Larger than a real domino. By the way, having created that shape with the prefab, it works perfectly and everything else, but it's still just a group. So I can get in there and use the P for push tool to make that domino a little bit more domino shaped, something like that. And then click outside of it, we've got our first domino. And I'll pull that off to the side a little bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a row of dominoes. There's a very specific set of commands to make there be a whole lot of dominoes here. Let's make like 25 of them in a row. You can do it very quickly. You don't have to put in every single domino. What we're going to do, we're in the move command and we've got the first domino selected. We click on a point on the domino. We pull it away. We tap the control button on your keyboard. Now we're copying. Get it over not so far that the first one will miss it. We click to tell it where it goes, and then before we do anything else, we're going to type in X and the number of dominoes. So click X 25, enter. And now we have a row of dominoes. That's going to make us, that's going to function perfectly. I do think I'd like to have it kind of curve around at the end, and need a little bit of space to do that. So let's get rid of some of the ones at the end. And now it probably wouldn't hurt to figure out where I want the center of this arc of dominoes to be, but I'm just going to try to get it to work. Let's start with one of them, and this time we'll select this one down here, and instead of move, we're going to say rotate. Track off that point. Somewhere around there, I guess. Click to where we want the center of the arc of dominoes to be. Click at the start angle, like we're rotating it. Tap control. Here starts to get very similar to what you've seen before. And then let's say X12 or so. Boom. Let me go over that again. I want to make sure you understand it. I select the domino. I click rotate. I tell it where we're rotating around. Point right about here. Click. I click the angle of the first domino. I move the mouse as though rotating it. I tap control, so now I'm copying it. I tell it where the first domino is. Click and then X12. X, 1, 2, and then hit the enter key. Boom. And now what's going to happen, of course, is absolutely nothing, because there's nothing to cause the first one to fall. Well, I guess I could knock it over myself. So now you see the dominoes falling over very nicely, and boom, there goes that capsule rolling into them. Or possibly you could make it so that you're, let's try moving this down to the end of that ramp. Boom. So now it's the weight of the first cylinder that... Oh, it didn't make it. Okay. Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a row of dominoes that will fall down in a big long line. There we go. And it should curve at the end.